Welcome everybody, this is Lucio. We're back for some more Dwarf Fortress on our basement fortress new fortress we just started. Okay, so yeah, we were unprepared. I was out of practice, very slow on, let's see, was that yesterday? Yeah. Because normally we wouldn't be playing Dwarf Fortress tonight. So, last night, we had our first siege at BoulderMines. It was a disaster, was not adequately prepared. So, fortress fell, started a new fortress in that same world. And we will do better this time. I am keeping track of how things are progressing, but we will do better. Let's see, that one is ready for engraving. Over here, we're still working on things. Trying to remember what all I had going on when we closed the fortress down last night. We'd recently gotten the internal refuse pile up and running. So we were moving down all of our cooking things internally. Let's see, that's brewing. So I do need stockpile here. This is things for brewing. No, back, import, brewable. And then we need an eggs one. A meat and fish one, that we won't have fish. At least right now. We're on an Untamed Wilds map, so I don't have any fishing going on. Let's see. We'll do something like that. Meat and fish. And then we'll have it flow into the other stockpile. So give to that one. And then what else did we've got a cookable one. And I think we decided on cheese. Is that what we were gonna do? I think maybe so. And this is cookable. So basically everything else, though I think I actually also have cheese. No, I don't. Okay. Cookable items that aren't cheese. Which means I do need a stockpile here for storing cheese. Cheese. And then give that to this stockpile. And we'll do a big old cookable one. Cookable. And then we'll give items to there. We'll have the kitchen. Wait, this is the kitchen. Take from that one. Yeah, that one. That one. And that one. And then they also need to grab barrels, which I don't think I'm actually storing yet. We've got to cut those out. And then up here, now we can get rid of the craft store shop, the still, the tanner's shop, the butcher, and the kitchen. Probably get rid of that too pretty quickly. Let's see, what do we have in here? We can get rid of food. Leather and cloth, we'll move those downstairs. Yeah, we'll get that all set up quite quickly. We're just going to get rid of that stockpile. And we're going to remove this furniture. Come down here. What did we have going on here? We've got dacite. We need a stockpile for crafting supplies. So this will be your bones. Normally we'd have shells, but we're not fishing. Teeth, horn and hooves. Then over here we needed, is that? Yeah, there we go. Not overlapping our staircases. We need cloth and leather. Make that cloth, make that leather. Expand my screen over here so I can better see things. Hey, just a second. Checking on a few things. Yeah, let me go there. I can see that. Okay. Cloth and leather. We're already engraving that. That's got wood. We don't have that cleared out yet. What about... Okay, this will be our dining area. Dining hall. And there, and we'll go down to there and over to there. And then we'll have our tavern. Let's see, down to there. That looks correct. Okay. This will be a tavern. No visitor, or yeah, no visitors. Do like 100 mugs. I have no idea how many of those we actually need. I always just type in 100. Give this to that tavern. Do we have... We were making those out of olivine, right? Olivine. We need more of. So which staircase had we found olivine with? That's rhyolite. It was one of these. That's stibnite, which if we had a ton of that, I'd be using, but you're never gonna find a ton of stibnite. Hey, Sulfur. That is up to the Twitch ad manager. I'm not triggering one, so we'll see if it does or not. Close that. I've tried to have all of the settings where it won't do that, but it seems when I have the ad manager on, it likes to ignore my settings, so I'm not quite sure what it's gonna do. No. I think olivine has to be... Yeah, okay. Olivine needs to be... Let me move the cursor down. We're gonna make it priority 4, no, 5. And then make it a dig BX, maybe? I think so. Huh. Well, that's annoying. Yeah, I've got to do actual research into the ad manager. Because it's not really doing it how I want. At all. I don't want staircases. That might hit the cavern. So we're just gonna make that big chunk, not... There we go. This level. Let's do some of this at priority 3 so we have olivine to work with. And there we go. Okay. And then we'll let them run for a while with the olivine. And what else was I working on? We've already done that. I did need, let's see, I need a, oh, how big is it? I think it's a, something like that, or pigtails. Food, plants, pigtails, and I want it to take from brewable and cookable, so I want it to be the priority one that stays full. Then we need wool, so refuse, wool, and we need one that is milk. Milk. Let's extract animal milk. Okay. They can work away at that. What do we have up here? Eventually they'll get to it. We don't have them using barrels in the seed storage. Up here, we have not yet told them to put a roof, and we want them to do that fairly quickly. What do we have material-wise? Not microcline. Boulders. No, what am I doing? Look at the boulders one. We've got gabbro, rhyolite. So probably rhyolite is what we want to use. I did put a work order in for that, I know. Rhyolite? No. That's rhodolite. I don't know what that is. Rhyolite. Cover that up. I think we already have our tavern mostly floored in. Yeah. So eventually they'll get to that. And then we're going to let them mine down here with the olivine. And while they're doing that, I'm going to go take a look at those Twitch ad settings real quick. I think I'll just turn off Twitch ad manager. It seems to be what is screwing everything up. If you have it on, it gives you a higher revenue share, but it says fully disabled on the pre-roll ads, and yet doesn't seem to be. Because it says if you run 3 minutes of mid-roll ads per hour during the stream to fully disable pre-roll ads. I have it set to 3 minutes per hour, yet it's still doing it. Maybe it's because I have it set to not run one for like 25 minutes. We'll try that and see what it's doing. How are you doing, Zulfer? Okay. What was that? I hit something. You have struck chromite. Okay. Interesting. Ooh, we got our first table out of olivine. Okay, so we've got to remember we started autumn year 103. So I need to go off of that. So we're about to hit, and it was mid-autumn. So we're about to hit year 1 complete year. The 1, we should have traders here pretty soon. You should go dump things. Garbage dump, just dump out into the river. What do we still have on here? A little bit of microline and jet. We have our trader set up. Dormitory is still running. We're only at 15 people, 15 dwarves. We are working on getting some other bedrooms set up. But it is still a work in progress. Okay. We've got what's stored here. This is dacite, that's crafting supplies. We do want one for rhyolite. Oh, do we have a new expedition leader? We'll have to check who our trader is. Well, actually, we can see that right here. No, because they're still also our broker, manager, and bookkeeper. So that's still... We will need a study, though, here momentarily. So I am going to finish that one off. So we can put in a bowyer, and then we can put in a manager's office. Workshop. Bowyer, make it out of microcline. So we can get stuff started for the dwarfies. For the Mark's dwarves. And then over here, let's put in a door. And let's put in a table. We're going to make it out of jet, though. One of the ones we already have out of jet. We're going to cancel construction on that door. Do we not have any jet doors? That's an olivine one. Thought we made some jet doors. Did we not? There's one. Okay. Huh. Well, and what about thrones? We did make those, so let's put in some jet rock door. I want you to make, say, 5 of them out of jet. Give me a jet chair and a jet door. And then we're going to call this an office. Oops. Excuse me. And we're going to give it to the expedition leader / mayor. Although it is a grim reminder of the winter hardships to come, the supply caravan from the crystal furnaces is a welcome sight. Their eyes are alight with the anticipation of inspecting the splendid products of your industrious craft stores. Take careful stock of your own stores. What these merchants offer might very well be the difference between a prosperous future and a slow and meaningless death. Yes, this is true. Okay, we want to move over figurines inside containers. And do we have worn clothing yet? No. What else do we have that is of some value? Not a lot. We could do mugs. The starting jet mugs. Any that aren't a little nicer than normal. Let's see. I'm gonna actually move all of those over. Because we do want to attract migrants. Let's move those over just in case, too. Okay, diplomacy. Let's see, we'll want some leather to help get our mark stores up and running. What else? I think we have iron. But at least spotted some hematite. Have we... Yeah, we'll come back to that. Hang on. Have we found any flux? Boulders. Ooh, I don't think we found any flux. What have we struck? Native copper, hematite, galena, olivine, citrine, stibnite, citrine, olivine. Found quite a bit of copper, so if we had to make weapons out of copper, we could do that for a while. Not the best, but it would serve our purposes. Amethyst, chromtite, amber, opal, limonite. Ooh, we have not found flux. That is not good. Let's see. We are on a volcano world, so our flux might be deep. I thought we had both dolomite, limestone, and marble on this one, I thought. Let's grab some limestone from them. At some point, we'll get some elves and we'll get some instruments, so I'm not worried about that one for this. We'll just stick with those two. Merchants have arrived and are unloading their goods. Let's just double check real quick. I don't remember the command. It's been so long since I've used it. Prospect? Maybe? Yeah, prospect all. Just double check. I think we have some. There's some dolomite. Negative 11 to 6. Ooh. Yeah, so we're gonna have, and there's some marble. But we're gonna have to go deep. Well, not deep, but deeper. Oh, there's some microcline down there. Eventually. Very deep. Somewhere there is some jet that we're not hitting. Okay. What did that say about coal? Have we found coal? Let's see, lignite. Or bituminous coal. Have we found you? We have not. We need to go hunting around. Okay. Let them go, and then we're gonna have to plan some exploration tunnels. And let's call over our broker. Get the trading done, and then I'll set up some exploration tunnels. And as soon as we have our next group of migrants, we will put some mark stores together. What all do they have? That's not terribly expensive. Not that we really need an instrument yet. What do they have weapon-wise? Anything we could pick up on the cheap? Iron mace. Some picks. Some training spears, training things. Nothing real impressive. Some high boots. Bismuth high boots, though. Lump helmet. Pomegranate rind dye. That could be pretty. We'll definitely be grabbing some leather and cloth. Copper bolts, silver bolts. Let's grab a little food variety. We don't need meat or fish. We need some we need some surface plants for food variety. Food and drink variety. Those tomatillos can be made into drinks. Backpacks are nice for getting the mark store started. Quivers. Let's see. We want to trade the figurines and the goblets. We want to actually trade quite a bit. Not that we need a lot, but we want to attract migrants. Alright, let's look at the leather. What do they have leather-wise? Take down the value. Oh, they don't have any loose leather with them. Okay. That's a little disappointing. Cloth. I can see some pigtail cloth. You have wool cloth in there as well. If we just grab all of that. Okay, can't quite grab all of it. No. Sort that the other way. Let's see. How much profit do you guys need to be happy? Right there. Okay. We'll trade that. Go bring us some migrants, please. This is almost smoothed. Let's see, that's 3. Make this a smoothing of 1. I want to get that done and get them on engraving. Do I not have my engravers? Let's see, set up another engraver, and you, because we'll train you on the bedrooms. Woodcutter, you can switch. Keep our expedition leader inside. Yeah, I know. I switched over. I'm trying to be correct because that's the correct way to pronounce it. Even though I like olivine better, olivine is the actual correct way. I do need to get a siege operators guild up semi quickly. And a hospital. So let's get that drafted up. They don't have to do it right away, so I'm not going to make it a higher priority task, but I want them working on it when they can get to it. Struck amethyst. You are now a brewer and a planter, Zelfer. And a siege operator. We have to find some flux, though. Let's see, quartzite, basalt, light, some more hematite, salt over there. What do we find up here? Orthoclase, basalt. Gneiss, more basalt, lots of basalt. Native copper. This is the one we've already gone to. I think we're gonna have to go deeper. You're both. With a planter, you are both, and a siege operator and a brewer, you are all of the above. Chromatite, gabbro. Okay, let's take staircase. We're gonna go down. That takes us past the current cavern. Go all the way down to -10. Yeah, that's all firelight. We're right in the middle there, so it's a good chance we won't actually hit the cavern. We'll go through the middle of it. Yeah, Zelfer is our jack of all trades, master of none. That is correct. That they're probably also a master of everything. Firelight, firelight, firelight. Nothing but firelight. Nice. Okay. We're gonna do one off there. Merchants are leaving. And welcome to the stream, Protag. We'll see. Hopefully we find something interesting here. Let me do one at -5 as well. We're looking for flux. And hopefully some coal. Or lignite. I'm not picky. Some kind of coal. Ooh, okay. That probably tells us where a cavern layer is. No, or that's the cavern layer above. Never mind. We'll go to, let's see, -5. Let's try -7. Oh, I'm afraid we're gonna have to wind up going deep. Especially since we have a volcano this time, it could wind up being deeper for flux. Okay, I'm just gonna give them several branching paths. Message me when you guys hit a cavern, and I'll come look. Twilight. You should be real close to the second cavern, unless this map happens to have them really separated. Okay, back up to our manager. Let's see, up here. Okay, let's make this our... This is where we're going to put our levers. So we'll recenter that one so we can quickly flip back to this level. I do need you guys to actually clear this out so I can empty some of my workshops. How are we doing over here? Let's say they're engraving over there, so we'll make this a priority 2 and that one a priority 3. Zelver, why are you not brewing? We have no drinks. You have strawberries, you have plum helmets, you have tomatillos. You should be brewing, Zelfer. Actually, what are you doing? Zelfer, 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 you are drinking. So, instead of making booze, you're drinking water. What? Why are you not making booze? Why are dwarves drinking water? This is bad. What do we... Brew drink from plant. Brew drink from fruit. Yep. You should have empty barrels. That's an empty... No, maybe. That's an empty barrel. There are barrels in there, which you can definitely get out of that workshop without me having to put them in a stockpile. Still, I give you any weird instructions? Let's see. It gives us a reason you can't? Yeah, I get why you can't do the lavish meals. Ooh, some migrants have arrived. Nice. Okay. A little bit of beer made. We might have to assign a second brewer at this rate, Zelfer. Because our dwarven child is in there drinking. Zelfer? Okay, now you're in there brewing. Falling down on the job. Militia commander. We have a competent tactician? How did we wind up with a competent tactician? Nice. Crossbows. Equipment. Details. That's all fine. We don't want any full shields, just bucklers. Worn overclothing. Correct. This is Mark's Dwarves. You have a manager. Your manager gave you everything you needed. I swear. Material, bone bolts. You can use that for anything. Not that we're making them yet, but eventually you can do steel bolts only for combat. And if you happen to get wood bolts for some reason, you can use them for training. Schedule, no orders at the moment. I just want you to go actually get things. Yeah, now you're brewing. I think it was just you apparently being non-dwarfy and wanting to drink water instead of ale. Okay. Let's do bins. Furniture, bins, non-artifact. Furniture, barrels. And if we ever make large pots, you can also put them in there. And buckets. Non-artifact. And then we'll do the rest of the wood furniture, if there should be any. So furniture not made out of stone or metal, non-artifact, don't put bags, ballista parts, barrels, bins, buckets, any siege ammo, any siege related things in there. Not that we're gonna have wood mechanisms, but don't put mechanisms in there. Or sandbags. Siege ammo. That looks fine. Then we need some blocks stored. Blocks, stone blocks, put that there. A row for mechanisms. I don't care what they're made out of. As long as they're not artifact, they can go in there. And then I think I just did stone furniture in general. We have stone beds, stone tables, chairs, that kind of stuff. Not bags, none of that. Not that they'd put them necessarily in here anyway. Not sandbags, because they will stick sandbags anywhere that allows sandbags. Non-artifact. Oop. Non-artifact. Here we can store some drinks. This is tavern on layer 9, drinks, food, drinks. And then this can be tavern on level 9, meals. Make them happy to be in there. Give them some high priority pathways. Oops. I totally missed a staircase, but we'll grab it on this way. Okay. And then we want to make sure that the outside is the opposite. Stay inside, my little dwarves. In fact, don't even go in that tunnel if you can avoid it. And then above that, same thing. Okay. Have we found... I don't think we've gotten a cavern message, have we? You guys still haven't found that second cavern? Okay. Nor do I think you guys hit anything interesting. Nope. Some galena, some tetrahedrite. We found plenty of native copper, so we don't even need tetrahedrite particularly, other than the rare chance it will give us silver. Saving, saving, saving. Ooh, a little quartzite. We'll keep that in mind. This one, more quartzite. We will grab some quartzite later. Go ahead and mark that area. But we're gonna have to keep going, I guess. Let's see. You go down over here, -15. Hopefully we'll hit something. We've struck magnetite, that's good to know. Where do we hit magnetite? Lots of native copper. Be like one thing of magnetite here somewhere. See anything shiny enough for magnetite, but okay. Yeah, I know you don't have enough stuff yet. Actually, ooh, okay. These are done. Let me move the hens over so we can be getting some eggs. That will make our cooking happier. And we'll do a pin over here so we can move so all of our egg layers, except, yeah, all the egg layers move over there. Not actually where we need the door. The door needs to be right there. I don't think I've triggered... Have I triggered nest boxes? I don't think I have. So, rock nest box. 10 of them. Yeah, that's fine. We found quartzite and more galena. Quartzite. We found a lot of quartzite, so I guess that's nice. Still confused that we haven't hit another cavern. There's just lots and lots of room in between them. Which, I mean, I've had happen before, so that it's not like that would be a brand new experience. And this one will need a staircase going up. Come on. Hit something interesting. Rock figurines. Raise. Rock grate has been completed. Yeah, eventually we'll get around to those. I should probably take grates off my automated work order and just have them made when I need them anyway. I did that not. Okay. Come on. Dig, dig, dig. More quartzite, quartzite, lots of quartzite. Dig down. You should be able to dig down, no problem. Sulfur, sulfur, sulfur. You are a planter and a brewer. Your skill level in brewing. You are a dabbling brewer, but it's going up. You're just spending a lot of time doing planting, which let me see if I've got somebody else I can put on planting now. Farmer. Herbalist, you can go plant. Okay, we'll take you off planting. We'll leave you just to your brewing and your siege operation. Yeah, you dabble. You are a dabbler. Okay, why is it not wanting to do this staircase? It should. Does there have to be a constructed one there? It acts like it could be a... Nope, there we go. Okay, where was it? Engraver, you've brewed some stuff. Discovered. Right there. Okay. Huh. It was all the way down at -14 and off to the side. How far down is that magma pool? 7? Interesting. None of those are gonna hit. Okay. So, on this level, we need to cut that out. And then we're going to dig up and connect up there. And we're going to block that area off so nothing accidentally comes up and kills us. Hatch. Cover. No, we're just gonna put a floor over it. That'll be even better. Okay, destroy that staircase, that upward staircase. You apparently do have a green thumb. That is true. Make that the top priority, seal that off. Okay, so we found some microcline. We did find some lignite. Where's the lignite? In the middle of the water? What? Is it under the water? That would be annoying. Still haven't found any flux. And that's not acting. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah. It must. Oh, yep. Lignite cavern floor. Oh, that's annoying. I did not want to have to drain the cavern. Got woman spearman. That needs a little work there. Zoom in on them a little bit. They're like wormy snake people. I'm still not seeing any flux. Tetrahedrite, diorite. Would have thought we'd hit some limestone by now. Quartzite, lots and lots of quartzite. There's nothing over there that we know of. There's diorite, looks like diorite, some schist, lots of quartzite, little bits of metal, tetrahedrite over there, more schist, diorite, yep. Okay, let's find a staircase. So we've got that one that would go straight through. Excellent. Keep going down to, let's see, last layer it's on is 18. Nothing would be on 19. Probably nothing on 20. Let's go down to at least negative 25. Go down to at least negative 30. And we'll do some branching paths off. We got any more diggers? Nope. Not good, because we've got some other major excavation projects to do as well. Okay, is this all smoothed? Not quite. But it will be momentarily. Tetrahedrite, we've got another baby sheep, a lamb, pipe opal. We're still trying to do the automated fat rendering task, even though I have that turned off. It's highly annoying. Engrave over there. And make these bedrooms. Is this all engraving stuff? Yep. So, quick fort, do some bedrooms. Okay. That'll get us up to 10, 20, 30, 40 eventually. Oh, I forgot they do have some jet doors. That's okay. That actually looks kind of cool. Go ahead and get the wood furnace going. Yep. Need that out of microcline. And then go ahead and queue up the ashery so it doesn't get blocked by other things later on. Though if we're not using microcline for bedroom floors, it won't be blocked actually. We'll put in some extra stone block workshops, because that'll wind up being our hang up. And then, let's see, a soap maker. Extra stone workers. Okay. I'm assuming that means we never hit anything down here. Tetrahedrite, rhyolite, diorite, schist. Nope. Okay. Come over here. Go over there. Find me that third cavern so we can unveil more. Come on, find me that third cavern. I do actually kind of like the look of schist. It's like a deep red-brown color. Rock beds. Ooh, giant cave toad and the troglodyte. Tetrahedrite. Nothing that way. Go down this way and over to there. Let's see how many layers were between our other caverns. Started at -14. Ended at -4. Yeah. Basically 10. And this one ends at -18. If it has the same spacing, we should be around a cavern. Granite, mica. Snowstorm has come. Interesting. Go look at that. Snowstorm! Kind of a lackluster snowstorm. Hopefully you're making enough drinks, Zelfer. I'm not setting up the well yet. Ooh, okay. And we can get door going there, and let's smooth this. I want to get our siege operators guild up so Zelfer can be teaching siege classes. Man, we still haven't hit anything. Okay, let's double check that it wasn't less deep. So like 23? Go over? Oops, that's the wrong spot. So I'd really like you to find me some flux and some coal. We we are not on a map where we can like clear cut a forest to replace coal. And you are absolutely supposed to have flux. Oh, marble. Okay. Found some marble. Thank God. That's not a one we can do one of those, is it? Nope. Still have not hit the cavern, though. That's all marble. Nope, some diorite mixed in. So... let's do this. Dig V. Nope. Dig L? Maybe that'll run us into the cavern. It's all diorite still. Some marble over here, though. Dig L. Oh, that's a lot of marble. Okay. So we have our flux, but we still need our coal. And I do need to set up my storage stuff up here. So let's see. Ash, which we'll toss in this bin. And then we need some lye, which is under food miscellaneous. Yeah. We need some tallow. I think I forgot to set up my fat storage thing. So tallow. Oops. Yeah, tallow. And then we'll do soap. Okay, that one I did ash, right? Nope. Uh-oh. Did I say ash and make it soap? I did. Nope. That should be ash. And then we had one up here that I need to make. That is totally in the wrong spot, but that's okay. This should be fat. So we can render it down. And then if we're gonna bring in lava, we need to think about this a little bit. So let's make it a... we still haven't found coal, but we'll get to that. Let's see, on all... we have ones go up here. We won't need a ton of these, but we'll go ahead and sketch out a 3x3 grid just in case. And then we'll have to dig, channel down, and create an area for a magma pool. Okay, so if these are all channeled down, because Because we'll have the smelters, we'll have the, what is it called? The metalsmith, and then we can have the other, like a glass furnace, so on. Okay. Let's fill that in. Well, actually, it'll be that way. We'll want a stairway that goes down. A hallway that we will seal off for access. From this way. Doesn't need to be a 2 slaughter. You can just go over there. Okay, we will pierce down. Right? Hang on, let me think through this. It's been a while since I've done magma. Okay. We'll channel from above. That'll drop down the hole. I think. Pretty sure. If I did a stairway there, it shouldn't come back this way. But I'll put in a bridge just in case. We'll put in grates over here. What are my grates made out of right now? Rhyolite. Let's make some rock grates. And make them out of gabbro. Just to be safe. And then what about our blocks? What are we making those out of? No, blocks. Rhyolite, dacite, and microcline. Microcline is definitely not lava safe. What about the others? Dacite is not, and what was the other one? Rhyolite? Rhyolite is not. So let's also, we're gonna make some rock blocks. We just need a few of them, and these will also be out of gabbro. And we should already have mechanisms that are out of gabbro, yeah. Okay. Let's undo or turn that into not just a blueprint. This will get turned into our siege workshop area instead, since we're not using it for smelter and all that. That can be undone. But we still need coal. How many trees have I done? Auto chop. Shouldn't be a lot. Only 7. And I think it's been an entire year since most of those, so let's go do some tree chopping. Let's check if anything has grown over the area we need clear. Doesn't look like it. Ooh, that one. Okay, go chop that. Everything else looks fine. Ash, persimmon, ash trunk, hazel. Willow would be my choice, but it's gonna fall in the water. That one might be okay. Oh, actually, it's ice right now, so go grab those. Ooh, I said it was ice. Now it's not ice. Apparently it does not stay ice for very long here. Struck rock crystal. What is rock crystal? Huh. Wonder if that was a gem. And it's saving. We're gonna have to get started on the defenses before too long. Because we cannot have another disaster like we had in our last fort. That was just sad and pathetic. I haven't ended a fort that badly in so long. That's what I get for not playing for a while. Wait, how did you get in here? Oh, you dug down. Okay. Go do that part first so you can escape. How is our wood supply actually? Not good. Look at the surface, yeah. We do need to be collecting more wood. We haven't triggered a surface alert yet. Okay, so I'm just gonna grab some of these. We'll at least get some charcoal made. I think that'll still keep us under the requisite surface threat. We'll keep an eye on it though. I would like to find lignite or bituminous coal. I guess we'll start using the hematite things to run some searches. So what was the first hematite we struck? This one. Hematite. Auto. Put that on priority 2. Citrine. What's the next one? Hematite. I don't think we've hit limonite. And we had that one thing pop up with magnetite, but it's like not there, so I don't know what's going on. There's another hematite. Elven caravan has arrived. We might need to buy trees from you. Wood things. Do you actually? No, they sell wood furniture, but they don't sell just logs, do they? I don't think they do. Where was that last hematite we did? Right there. Amethyst, red zircon, ilmenite. You were the bane of my existence in Vintage Story. What else do we have? Amethyst, chromatite. No, chromite, not chromatite. Galena, sunstone, tetrahedrite. There's that magnetite that we had one. Oh, right there, that narrow little band. Is there any else? Other magnetite? We got a bunch of copper around. Tetrahedrite. There's the lignite, but it's on the bottom of the lake. But we could maybe look in that general area. 104? So what do we have above it? Moor Lake? What do we have below it? Negative 18? Let's do an exploration tunnel off of here. You're gonna hit damp, so, but it's nothing that would be a problem. So I'm actually gonna turn on damp dig. Assuming there's not an aquifer down there that's gonna get us all killed. Okay, let's go deal with the caravan. Hello, elven peoples. We would like cheap instruments. And if you sell logs, but I don't think you do, we would take some of those. Okay, let's go. What do we want to trade? We want figurines. Inside, don't include, yep, that's all correct. We don't have enough people that we've made any artifacts yet. We don't have worn clothing. We'll do mugs, I guess. Rhyolite mug. That should be more than enough, but let's toss in Gabbro, any of them that don't look a little nicer than normal. Okay, and our broker will wait till they brought over enough items. We need to move our trade caravan down before too long. We should have bedrooms being finished, so we could get rid of our dormitory. I would like to get my diggers on starting on the defenses, but we've got to find coal. Because we're not going to get much metal smelted if we can't find coal. This is not a map where we can just willy-nilly cut down trees. Native copper. We have so much native copper. Okay. Broker, please come trade at the trade depot. Paging broker, paging broker. We will grab your cheap instruments. We would like to encourage you to bring animals, so we will buy the giant dingo. Anything else we can use? Not particularly. Guess we'll buy splints so we don't have to make our own. Same thing with crutches. Yep. Trade the figurines. Actually, that is more than we can afford with what I sent them. So, get rid of that one and that one. Ooh. You guys are greedy. We are trying to get the giant dingo, that's right. Never mind, we're gonna send more over to trade with you. What else do we have? Value-wise, we've got some amethyst, rough pineapple opals. We could actually give you some copper. Give you the rough amber opals, the red zirconians, or zircons, not whatever I said. Yeah. Okay, send that over. Hopefully that's enough. Come on, I want to go check on my digging. We have digging to be done. Great. Okay, I want the instruments. I want the giant dingo. We will trade goblets. We will trade figurines. We will trade red zircons. I would also like your cheap crutches and splints so that we don't have to be making them ourselves. Trade. Thank you. Okay, that's all dug out. Let's put in a bridge. Needs to be magma safe. Do it right there. Haven't done that side yet. Dining room is coming along. Oh, this was going to be our Siege Guild workshop. Is that malachite over there? No, smooth turquoise. Malachite's one of the ores I actually prefer to leave unsmelted and just shape it because it's really pretty, but if you smelt it, it just turns into copper. We could do flooring in here, I guess. But it's going to be a little bit, so let's put in chests. And we will engrave just the outer wall. And let's call this the Siege Operators Guild. Guild Hall, Siege Operator. No visitors currently. I know there's no workers, but I would like Zelfer to go in there and give a lecture. They have all the skills necessary. They should be able to go do that. And I can release the trade broker from there. Okay, let's see how our digging excavation has been going on. I think it was negative 18. No, they haven't been down here. Where are my miners? Oh, the marble. I forgot. Okay. You stay... Take off damp dig. You stay as... Change that to priority 5. Yeah, that'll work. We've got flux. We need coal. Got some more migrants. Let's add in... We want no one that's nobility, maimed, hates combat. We want some ranged potential. Now you actually are a current trader? No, you're not. You're a spare trader, so I'm okay with using you in that position. Throw in the peasant and another peasant. Yeah, there you go. You guys work on getting equipped. We'll set up a training area for you before too long. Galena, tetrahedrite. Alexandrite. Oh, it's a gem. Okay. Like, that's a new one. Otherwise, we're gonna need it to be fall so we can request coal. And we're gonna need them to start bringing wagons ASAP. What are we up to on our auto chop? We're not actually using as auto chop, we're just using it to track trees down. Okay. We've done a total of 24, but at least like 6 of those were in year 1. That does put us close to the cutoff line before we would trigger irritation threat at the surface. I want to have defenses set up so we don't get steamrolled again, and so I can let loose people on the quartz site as an alternative to the olivine. Sorry. Where'd my miners go? Oh, you're digging over there. Yeah, that's fair. We also need a door that is out of gabbro. Rock door. Oh, and don't let me forget, we need to replace replacement cats. Because I accidentally butchered the cats instead of the horses. So we killed all our cats. So we need to request from our own people when they come back around, replacement cats. I was setting up the auto butcher and didn't notice what line I was on. Here, let me show you. If you click on this, it had, and you're not like looking at it, it's really hard to tell which line it has selected because it's not based on this. So I had this on cats when I was setting it up, and the other one on horses, and I flip-flopped them, and yeah. We slaughtered the cats and kept the horses alive for a while. It was my bad. Pyroslite. We're finding a lot of cool things, but not the things we need. What has texted me? Yes, that's exactly how it happened. I told them to cull some horses, but they were too dumb and they killed the cats instead. Yes. Totally not my fault at all. Ooh, there's some more hematite. I don't want to clear out that hematite because we're playing on scarcity 500. And hematite is not super plentiful. Copper seems to be. But hematite, not so much. Let's set up a lever. We'll put it over here. We're gonna add an extra door out of gabbro right there, just to be safe. And the gabbro door right there. And then we want, let's see, wall grate, gabbro. right there. It should be obsidian all the way around. You came and you hit one and then you ran away? Thanks. Uh-oh. First moody dwarf. Actually gonna get rid of that one. That one could get us in trouble. Okay, and we want to... We're gonna stash the hematite for right now. Here. Not that we need that much room for it. Metal ore, hematite. Stash it there. It's actually a decent little chunk of hematite. Now if only you could hit some coal or some lignite in your exploration here. Nope. More stibnite. Interesting. I think I've hit more stibnite in this map than I have since I started playing. Okay, back down to -18. The level that is below the one place of lignite we have seen. Where was it? Alright. Is it just one block, too? Tiny little amount right in here. Aleth Tunatol. Aleth Tunatol, Chief Medical Dwarf, has created Azcob Zar, a Rhyolite figurine of Cyril Tradewind. She offers it to the absolute basement. Thank you. Who is Cyril Tradewind? Object? The Incense of Outrage. That's a interesting name. This is a Rhyolite figurine of Cyril Tradewind. All craft store ship is of the highest quality. This item is a masterfully designed image of Cyril Tradewind, the dwarf and dwarves in Rhyolite by Aleth Tunatol. Cyril Tradewind is surrounded by the dwarves. The artwork relates to the ascension of the dwarf Cyril Tradewind to the position of King of the Crystal Furnaces in the early winter of 104. Oh, that's one of our early kings. No, 104. That's really recent. That is our new king. It is encrusted with round rhyolite cabochons. This object is adorned with hanging rings of galena. Okay, I like it. We've struck citrine. We've made some ash. Did we ever make the rock nests? Yes. So we should be producing eggs. We should be producing... We don't really have anything to butcher yet, do we? We're getting there, though. Wait, seed barrel? Oh, because we have extra seeds. What's in this one? Yeah, all seeds. Wait, why do we have... Do not put seeds in... I'm confused. Why did I have seeds in there at some point? Okay, this is cookable. Change this one as well to not include seeds. I mean, technically, if we have too many seeds, I don't mind them being cooked at all. But I'd almost rather them just rot eventually. Okay, come down here and mine. Please find some lignite. We will make you our ruler if you find lignite. I promise. No, come back and dig. We're gonna wind up not being prepared again because we can't find coal. Okay. Let's build. We'll get these set up. We need a smelter. We'll do it out of microline, not gabbro. Oh, wait, no, these need to be lava safe. And they need to be the magma versions. Save. Come on. You can save. Okay. We need the magma versions. Magma smelter. Guess we're doing it out of gabbro. That's gonna be ugly, but that's okay. Magma forge. Let's also do it out of gabbro. This can link to, yep, that's already set up. Link lever. Everything magma safe. So actually only the target needed to be magma safe. I can't put a grate there. We will also add in a bridge here, just to be extra sure. And we will put in another lever. It does not need to be magma safe. Just the mechanism. The wireless receiver thing. Lignite! Thank God. Find me some more lignite, please. And please don't just let it be a tiny little clump like above. Oh, I don't have damp dig on anymore. Okay. Damp dig away. There's some more lignite. Dig all of the lignite. We're going the wrong direction, dwarf. Human caravan has arrived. A high treasure from Usamundur has arrived. Okay. What do we want to trade? We want figurines inside containers that are not artifacts, since we have now made an artifact figurine. Do we have any worn clothing? Not yet. And, or we don't have a stockpile for it, one or the other. And some mugs, though we generally don't trade much with humans. Yeah. We'll toss all that their way. Okay, as soon as we have the smelter up and running, we are going to book it back up here and get the defenses going. We really need to bring the trade depot down too. It's too far away. I can move the pigs over here, I guess. This can be... Actually, it can be Gabra. That's fine. Move the pigs over to this pen. Not that they need to be separated, but... kind of nice. The expedition leader, Thab Silabrush, meets with the human high treasurer, Gasson Risapika? Gasson Risapika, on behalf of the Merchants Guild, let me extend greetings to your people. There's much to discuss. There's much to share. Ooh! We are close enough and got an important enough person from them, we actually get to request things. So... let's do... Can we request stone from you guys? Stone. Give me some bituminous coal. Bituminous coal. Where are you? There. Done. That's all I want from you. Bring me all of the coal. Okay. This one. We would like to link the lever to that bridge. That one is already linked. We have gratings in place. We have not cleared out all the hematite. Which... I think if I do it this way... We're gonna cheat here a little bit. It's not really cheating, but... we're gonna make them prioritize moving the hematite out of the way so we can open the lava. Magma. That'll come in here. We've got a door. Those are all set, ready to go. We close that. We can close that. Yeah. Okay. Back up to the trade wagon. Okay, so we'll be opening the lava gate shortly. Broker requested. We are conducting a meeting. Paging the broker to the trade depot. Paging the broker to the trade depot. You are carrying full bars of metal. That's interesting. Semi-cheap instrument. Yeah, that one's cheap. We really want to save stuff for our traders. Backpacks. Okay on that. We'll grab this for food variety. This is mostly what the humans are good for, is food variety. Helps keep happier dwarves. That's probably about all we can buy. Do you have some cheap leather? Sheep wool, hemp cloth, reed cloth, more cloth, cow leather. Okay, how much of this can we grab? We're just gonna grab the entire bin. Iron buckler. Would at least be nice for our mark dwarves. But that is expensive. Get another pick. Can we afford that? No. Not without bringing more stuff over, at least. We can afford the instrument, though. You can grab an extra rope. Trade. Excellent. Okay. Now to the important parts. Is that all of the iron out of there? Looks like it. Wait, I didn't just toss that in the river, did I? That would suck. Get rid of that one. I hope not. Shouldn't. Should go to the closest one. Ooh, there's a bunch of iron in mine. Stibnite. I'll have to check eventually how large those stibnite deposits are. I doubt they're very large. Okay, where are you guys going? Do I have another dump spot? Labor, places, garbage dump. I only have the one garbage dump, people. Right there. You're walking past it. And you shouldn't have been going to the other one anyway. It would have been like a bazillion times farther away. If you come out here to dump the hematite in the river after I got rid of that garbage dump, I'm going to execute you, dwarf. Hello, Ricky. Welcome back. Ooh, we struck magnetite. Nice. There's no spot for you to dump it anymore. And you literally walked by another dump site to get all the way up here. You just did. You totally dumped the hematite in the river. We might have to kill you, dwarf. Are you going out here? Yeah. Okay. Can I do dump item? Tasks. Dump item. No, we want to cancel those orders. Can I not cancel those orders? My dwarves are being very dumb. I think my dwarves are totally gonna just dump a bunch of hematite in the river. What if I make another thing, dump thing right there? Or one right here that goes off of an edge. Does that make you happier? What are you up to, Ricky? Please don't dump the hematite in the river. We worked so hard for that hematite. My dwarves are being cruel to me. I literally have already deleted that, but you're just dumping there anyway. I guess it just saved whatever had the one closer created before I told them to dump it, but they went with this one instead, and then they got it stuck in their memory even after I deleted it. Well, maybe at some point we'll come fish that out of the river. Okay, we got some more migrants. And I guess we can open the lava now. Go down here, give everything one last look over. That's all good. We're going to lock that door. Be on the safe side. We're going to raise that lever. We're going to save magma, just in case. Nice. Let us know and take pictures when you find the perfect world, Ricky. Yes, big moment. So this should be a pretty easy one. It's just from a volcano. Assuming I haven't screwed something up, which is totally possible. Go dig that. Yep, we had one dwarf die. Should have gone down the little hole. Okay. And pull that lever. Lock that. And then we'll release this one. Come on. Drop that one. Right? Yeah. There you go. Fill with lava! I'm sorry, one dwarf. I think you died. Pretty sure we had a dwarf die there. Yep, pretty sure. Well, hello, replacement miner. Your predecessor served bravely. Okay, those will fill up. We need this area to be, let's see, coal. No, this one's gonna be coke. Which is coal up there. And then this one will be coal. Which we will make out of bituminous coal and lignite, though we've only found lignite. Stray hen, stray reindeer calf, okay. And then we'll have, let's see. We need some flux. I think all we've found is marble. Dolomite, chalk, calcite. Pretty sure we've only found marble though. We want some iron ore. So hematite, lemonite, magnetite. What's our alert? Yep. I'm sorry. We slaughtered you. It was unfortunate. Let's make some slabs. Rock, slab. And then engrave said slab. Thank you. Up here. Oh, well, we can get rid of that one. When they're done with that, we'll add in other ore storage. I am already on my smelting one, right? Yep. When we built a bowyer, we do need to add in, let's see, figurines. And we need goblets. Goblets, we don't want artifact in there, but other than that, we don't care. Same thing on the figurines. We'll have to make an artifact storage. We would like a place to store bone bolts. Let's see, only bolts. Could also put wood ones in there, that's fine. This will be other goods. Let's see, non-artifact, not backpacks, not armor, not ropes, not figurines, flasks, footwear, goblets, handwear, headwear, large gems, or legwear, or quivers. But everything else can go in there. How did we do on our lava search? On our, what was it? Lignite search. Down here on floor 18, negative 18. Oh, wait, where's the water coming from? Well, that's not good. Uh-oh. We're gonna have to come drain this. Well... is that gonna come up? It could. Let's do one here. Damp dig is allowed. What's the shortest way to an edge? That's up 96. We'd have to go out this far first. Yeah, let's go right there. Dig like the wind, little dwarves. Could probably go back before my... If this doesn't work, we might have to go back to before our magma save because we screwed up. Just not so much on the magma. We screwed up with water. And put a wall right there. Priority 1, please. We gotta get our drain set up. There we go. Okay, well that'll be safe for right now. We'll set up a drain, and we'll drain this all. You're just having weird issues, Initia, with your computer today. What was going on earlier when you were trying to drop by on Vintage? Jobs removed from unpowered. Yeah, it's working on getting powered. Give it a little bit and it'll be full of magma. So impatient, little dwarves. Let me bring up OBS fully over there. Come on. I think, isn't it height 4 they can start working? Or does it have to go up to like 5 or 6? I know it doesn't have to be all the way up to 7. Yeah, there it goes. I think it's just 4. And we've got enough people. I'm actually going to clear that work order. We're going to import our... I'm going to go all the way to siege, even though we won't be making siege stuff yet. Just so I don't have to redo a lot of this because we switched the rocks we were using. Let's see, that's fine. We're not fishing, we're on an Untamed Wilds map, so we'll get rid of shells. Bone bolts, that's all fine. If we ever get any bituminous coal, we'll use it. Rock figurine. We're not doing claystone. Jet door can go away. That. Let's see. What else do we have? Furniture, mechanisms, rock blocks. Furniture, mechanisms, rock blocks. We'll have to go back and redo. Oh, actually, I have this set up where I can just make it whatever I want. Okay, so we're doing these out of olivine currently. So I think I need to go olivine. I think I need to go mine some more. Oops, what did I just click on? Not salt. Coffer, rock coffer. Out of olivine. Once we have time, we will go grab some of the quartzite as well. This quartzite is really pretty. Rock table. Out of olivine. Then we need rock door. We'll make 5 of those at a time. Probably 5 of those, but only when we're down to 2. Same thing over here if we're down to 2. Cabinets. 2, but we'll only make 2 at a time. Same thing on thrones. Then we needed rock mechanisms, though I don't actually know if we'll need to make that many more. Gabbro. Let's keep 2 queued up if we need to, and keep at least 2 in stock. So that should take us down, or keep us at around 3 in stock, actually. And then we needed our rock blocks. So, rock block, and another one. We were making them out of, let's see, dacite and what else? Rhyolite? Yeah, that sounds correct. Do 4 different things at a time, up to 100. Same thing over here. Okay, I think that's everything. Hopefully. Okay, those are going. We're working on our drainage system to undo our mistake. Yeah. As soon as they're done with that, then I'm going to start clearing out the entryway and getting the defenses up and running. Zulfer, Protag, Ricky, if any of you are in the Discord, you should just tell Anisha to jump on the Discord audio. If he's not being able to hear through the Twitch audio, he's welcome to jump in the stream. He knows that. Tetrahedrite. Olivine. So let's see, what all are we going to be draining? That connects all the way up here. Ooh, that's a lot. Okay, none of that though. That's all the level below. So this whole thing and this section will be draining. Surprised it hasn't gone up to 7 all the way over here. Okay. Did they mine out that? Yep. Smooth it at the highest priority. And we'll get them on bedrooms and defenses. Thanks, Protag. Okay. Do a gap there. And let's see. Let's put in, just to be safe, I'm going to put in a wall grate. Well, actually, I got to take out the door or the block first. Or no, here. Here's how I'm going to do it. I'm going to mine around this way. No. Yeah, that is how I'm going to do it. I'm going to go around this way. So the water diverts over. And then we will put in... Come on, miners. We'll put in another block after them. What do we have? Probably a flying creature. Gotta get going on more bedrooms. I think we've got 40 made up, but could get a lot more migrants pretty quick. Okay, wall. Go there. Top priority. Sulfurnide! Sulfur, you've been possessed! Hey, Anisha. How are you feeling? Oh yeah, duh. Okay, Sulfur has been possessed, but is working, so they're not gonna go insane. Which is nice. Yes. Throw it in that... Are you at the one at the main base? Oh, if it's spinning the pounder little attachment things have to be of the correct tier or higher, or it won't work. Usually I set up a chest with like a chute that then leads into the thing so I can load it up and walk away. But you can put little stuff in there manually. Grab some more olivine. And then it'll drop down and you can collect things with a... what are they called? Hopper. And direct it into another chest. Let's see. Dig... L? Nope. Dig B. And some of this can go down to priority 4. Okay. Got bedrooms there. Other than doors. Was it trying to make all the... It can take a while. Man, you got that rigged up to go really fast then. Nice. Cool. Anisha has allergies to some mold that grows in the winter that has been trying to kill him. Okay. Oh. I'm sorry she got your allergy, but I'm glad you're both starting to feel better. Okay, I'm gonna do... Yeah. Let's see, make that one. Very cool. Well, you need to come over to the group base and start working on the nice one. Zelfer. I don't know what you want to make it out of. Uh-oh. We'll need some more axles, I'm sure. Let's see. Zulfer, what did you make? That's what you just made? Did you make a sock? I think you made a sock. Is that... I think that's what you just made. It's an alpaca wool chasse. All craft store ship is of the highest quality. It is decorated with alpaca wool. It is made from alpaca wool cloth. The thread is mauve taupe with a mixture of dimple dye, coffee bean dye, red spinach leaf dye, and guava bark dye. This object menaces with spikes of llama wool. Somehow you made spikes of llama wool. You just made a menacing sock. Yeah, it auto generates like the descriptions and they can get rather hilarious. You should be doing olivine doors. We need to keep an eye on that and make sure they're doing the doors correctly. Okay. Going up here. We're going to start on the defenses finally. Do this as tier 2, 3. And then we'll come back to that. Same thing here. 2 and 3. We are going to be set up and be properly defended. Let's see, late summer. We're gonna get rid of that trade depot. And we're gonna move one down here. Yeah, right there. I am going to actually do that staircase real quick. So that we can do that area. We don't see them put in any doors pretty quick. I'm going to be upset and have to redo all those doorways. Come on. Save. You can save. Jocelina. Yep, Zelfernine made the alpaca wool chasse. We need olivine. They are working on, I believe. Did I give that as priority 1? Yes. Where are you digging? Oh, I also give the bedroom priority 1. Yeah, that's fair. Okay, construction, floor out of dacite. I have so much native copper. There's this blind cave ogre. Okay, you are safely down in the cavern. Pretty sure I've not left an opening to the cavern like I accidentally did last time. It was bad. Suddenly I had a giant ogre in the middle of my cavern or tavern trying to kill all my dwarves. Yep. Not my proudest moment ever. Yay! Our caravan has arrived. Okay. Where did we stick the trade depot? Here we go. We want to trade figurines, like always. Inside containers, not artifacts. We do not have many of those. That is unfortunate. Do we have anything worn out? I think we have to make a stockpile for clothing before I get that. Mugs. I'll just go ahead and give you all of our mugs. What else do we have of value? Have we done any meals? Or what are they called? Roasts? We could do a few of those, but we don't have a lot. We're just gonna give you some amethysts if we need to. Why do you not count as a siege operator, Zelfer? You should. You're a competent organizer. You are a dabbling mechanic. You should be a... You started off as a proficient... Oh yeah, proficient siege operator. Yeah, you're a little rusty at it now, but that's okay. You're an adequate teacher. You should be totally in there holding siege operating sessions. Bring us some more... A little bit of cow leather, and then we want some stone. Stone. Oh, we're in an ad. Okay. We'll get this set up while they're in there. Lignite. No, we want bituminous coal. That's exactly what the ogre wanted. Zelfer always a little behind on the drinks. Makes things mad. Let's see. Broker requested at the depot when they wake up from being asleep. Come on. Wake up, broker. We're paging you to the trade depot. What do you have? Limestone? Oh. We actually did find marble, so it's not like we needed that anymore. What do we need? Don't need any of that. We could grab the water skins, I guess. Cheese. Though I would prefer not to attract more migrants for a while. I truly do not feel the need to, like, trade a bunch with them. And I still want to know... I've never looked this up properly. If it's just our trading with our own people, or if the trading with the elves and the humans counts towards migrants. I'm not sure. I've had that question for like 3 years now, and I've never bothered to look it up. Assuming the wiki even listed that. Did we accidentally bring over something we should not have? Or did we just have an absolute ridiculous amount of mugs? Oh, we wanted cow leather. Okay, there we go. Trade that. Now, if you could hold off a season on the migrants, I would appreciate it. Smooth this area. Oh, wait, no. I don't need to smooth that yet. I want you to put in flooring. Not reinforced. Walls, just dacite fluoride. That's fine. There we go. Okay. Now I want you to go dig some olivine so we can get some doors going. Melted some hematite, okay. We've got some iron going. Slowly but surely. Don't know why my headset just felt the need to tell me it was at 80% charge. Like, great, yay, you still got lots of charge. Oh, our little pick. We can go retrieve. I guess it survived the magma while our dwarf did not. Oh, I never put down that slab. Okay. We've got to go do that before we have a haunting in progress. So seeing little dwarf ghosts everywhere can be kind of fun. Can we tell the... Yeah, you can leave the depot. Sorry. We no longer need you there. And we will put the... what are they called? Slabs. Engraved only. 1, 2, 4, 5, 6, just in case we wind up with some more slab needed before we complete our tombs. Boulders, what do we have? Limestone. Do you have any pretty rocks? We have one thing of obsidian. Tetrahedrite. We do have that jet left. What about bars? Have we made any copper bars yet? Steel, tin, charcoal, ash, catsup. No. Actually been flying through some iron bars. 10? How did we wind up with a bar of 10? I don't know. Statue. Make me some rock statues. And make them out of jet. Ooh, we made some silk robes. Nice. And let's put the toys in here. In a vain attempt to keep the children contained and get them educated. Toys. Non-artifact. And we'll go from other goods and deliver them down to there. Ghostly Miner has been put to rest. Nice. You guys mined out enough olivine now? Got olivine doors. So what's ahead of you in the order queue? Not there. Two. That one's done. Asks. Construct building. Floor. Unknown material door. Where? Your position in line is 1, or is 2. Where's position 1? Do I not have Suspend Manager running? No, it's enabled. I think it just somehow completed door 1 without realizing it completed door 1 and was just frozen there. Uh-oh, we got some more migrants. Okay. Where are we digging, and do we have another digger? You're almost done with that. We have another person who can mine. Pick? No. You are going to go back down to a priority 4. So they go do the other part first. Need them to work on defenses promptly. And let's go ahead and get, let's see, melee metal armor, assign a leader, melee potential. Guess we'll just go with the top one there. Herbalist, that's fine. Throw the peasant in. Okay, back to squads. Schedule, no orders. Whip, let's change this out. Only shields. Let's see. Metal. Your weapons should be... where are they? Go with short swords and steel. This is swords, dwarfs. Confirm and save. So you won't be training yet, but you'll at least slowly get equipped as we make things. Did I buy an animal that I never let out of the cage? I feel like I did. Didn't we buy a giant dingo or something at some point? We must have gone and slaughtered it, which is fine. Got some magma crabs down there, some crundles, troglodytes. Yeah, how is our draining going on? Oh, you guys are still working over there. Yeah, that's important. Okay. We have dug there. Okay. Now we can do that one. And this one. And right there. Okay. Making leather gloves, we did the jet statue, some socks, some cloth trousers. Gray rooster has been slaughtered. How are... Let's check on the animals, actually. What do we have in here? Any grazers we're missing out on? Yes. Move those over. Pigs. Are all the pigs in this pen? Yes. And the egg layers that are female, yes. Okay. Who is not in a pen? Just the cat. Oh, we got a cat. Somebody brought a cat with them. And I forgot to request replacement cats. My bad. Do we have any more dogs we can train? Yes. And we could go be cutting down some more trees. It has been long enough that the animals shouldn't get mad at us. Hopefully. We can't do a lot of them. Someone sees that surface go to low, yell at me. The surface threat, irritation threat. Actually, we can just watch it while he's chopping down the trees. Because I'm pretty sure they're either giant sparrows or giant cardinals, and both would be really annoying to have irritated. They would come down and dive bomb us and steal our stuff. Okay, how's our digging coming along? Priority 1 there. We'll make this priority 2 now. And then that one can be priority 3. I would like to build a staircase. Let's see. Up, down. Go from there to there. Figure something out there. Stray puppy has been slaughtered. Pineapple opals. An animal has grown to become a stray sow. Making rock mugs, cloth ropes. Oh, I do need storage for melt designatable items. How are we doing on doorways now? Why are these still... Something is bugging out our doors. Planned. Okay. Get rid of all those doors. And then put in some doors. No, it does not need to be Gabbro. What am I doing? Planned. Oh, nope, nope, nope. Stop. Cancel. Whoa. Hey, Thades. Thanks for the raid. It is me. How's it going? Were you playing some Dwarf Fortress? I'm trying to not let myself mess up here. Let's just go ahead and remove those, that's fine. We are starting to work on our defenses. On our, hopefully the fort we will not screw up this time. So welcome, welcome. Nice! Killed a dragon? Yeah, I think I've only seen that once. I've seen some forts die to dragons. And I've been trying to figure out why. I'm having some glitch here where it's not working, wasn't working on my doors. Or wasn't installing them. It was like it kept thinking it was waiting on a door to be installed that was not there for it to install. So I don't know what it was doing. But I'm now fixing that. And redoing all of the door things there. No. Remove the construction planned. There we go. So it was eternally not installing my doors even though I had doors made. Buried the teeth in here. Nice. We have lost one dwarf to setting up our magma. It did not work so well. We got it set up, but we did lose one dwarf. And now they are doing, let's start from the top here. They're installing, or they're digging down what will be our main entrance. We'll put a roof over it so it doesn't produce miasma. Dig it out so it's 3 wide eventually. Yeah, he was our brave miner. And then we are, let's scroll all the, okay, let me start from the beginning so you guys know where we are. Entrance, temporary base we had at the beginning. Old dormitory that we're sticking around for migrants. Then they come over here and enter into the base proper. Dig down a little bit. This is our, as we save, our farming floor. So we have our animals, our crops, our seeds. We will eventually have more farms, and some of them will be surface farms that we dig down and have sunlight. As it saves, it's thinking about it. Eventually. Then we'll, down here, this is our like incoming storage material and our first layer of bedrooms. This is our workshop floor. Then we have our outgoing, our produced goods mostly. We're working on some more bedrooms that I need to get going. This is our tavern, half of what it will be eventually. The siege operator guild hall that is our... We brought a proficient siege operator with us that also had, what's it called? Organizer and teacher. Yet they're not actually counting as a siege operator for the guild, so I don't know what that's about. Because I wanted them to hold demonstrations right away. This will be our temples, guild halls, noble quarters, tombs. Then we dug down here because we were not finding, I wanted to find the first cavern, and we had a heck of a time finding flux or coal. Uh-oh, we've got snatchers. We'll go deal with them in a sec. And we didn't find like microcline or jet till way late, so we're doing olivine for our furniture. Then we came down here, and we eventually have found some lignite and some marble. And where's our accidental flooding that we are having to drain one of the caverns? Yeah, here we are. We're having to slowly drain this cavern. Slowly. It's very slow progress. Because we went over and I had them auto-digging lignite, not realizing that this went down another layer, and then they hit it, and then it flooded. So, emergency drain was installed. But it's not going too bad. Hopefully. Let's see, snatchers. So, I don't think, are any of our things equipped too much? Actually, yeah, we have at least 2 mark dwarves that have bow and arrow. We have a couple, we have 1 sword dwarf. That's better than I thought we'd have. So, attack the snatcher. They're not our bodies, though. So it's okay. That your guests keep jumping into and dying. Well, as long as they're the guests and not your actual dwarves. Did we scare off the snatcher? They got off. They kidnapped a dwarven child. You guys failed, guard dwarves. I sent you after the snatcher. Did we have a kid playing outside? I bet we had a kid playing outside. Well, that's sad. Uh-oh, and we did trigger the surface low, so we're on an Untamed Wilds map, and these are probably gonna come try and steal our stuff. Well, we will have to maybe go retrieve that child at some point. Oh, it's not as bad as that last fort where I was just dumb, but I can really tell I haven't played in a while. I am not doing great. Oh, they did actually toss some of the hematite over there. Excellent. Okay, grab that. Get rid of that one. And allow that hematite back. Sorry. We had a dumb moment with dumping hematite earlier. Did not work out well for us. Have we already cut down all the trees? We have. Good night. Yeah, hopefully. We'll see. As long as I don't die on the first siege, like the total disgrace that was our last fort. That was sad and pathetic. Okay. Moriarty, what have you been into outside? You smell. You just roll around in something rotting outside? Ugh. My dog smells. You are getting a bath tonight. Actually, did you get close to a skunk? You smell a little skunky, buddy. And wouldn't surprise me. He likes to think skunks should be his friends and play with him. Okay. How are we doing on our digging up here? We finished our digging, so let's go channel. Make that a 1. And then a channel 2 priority. And channel 3. Ugh. What time is it actually? And 55. Black zircon. We've milked some animals. And we have another dog grown up. Bet they will be more intelligent than you are, Moriarty. So you are the sweetest little dog ever. So the plan is to have defenses. So this will be our where the Marksdwarfs stand up. We'll have fortifications here. They'll be able to shoot down. And then eventually I'll have 3 different entrances and I will rotate between them for different sieges. We'll also have a path that then goes down that the trade caravan can wind its way down to get down below. But we don't need that till we have wagons coming in anyway. This over here is our indoor refuse pile. So right next to our butcher, they can toss skulls and stuff in there. It's exposed to light, so it doesn't form miasma. But they don't have to walk all the way back up to the surface. I will be putting in an atom smasher, so we don't just get a buildup that lasts for a long time. But we don't have that yet. And I never did... Let's see, I need to have them dig this area out. That'll be where we store our clothes and things like that. Our meals and drinks. Right now we're just putting them in our tavern, which is fine. But we'll eventually have a little stockpile going on. Here's our tavern. I guess I could queue up some more tables, but I want to get the doors done first here. Let's go back and look at this. We were fixing our door situation since we had somehow bugged out our placement of the doors. Let's re-engrave there. I engrave in the bedrooms. I use it as training for my engravers because I don't care if the engraving, if they're nice engravings or not, in the bedrooms. So doors can be made out of, let's just do out of olivine. Put the doors in. Okay, so that's 40 bedrooms up there. Let's see, stray ram has been slaughtered. We need more tanned hides, which is good. These can now be engraved. How are our engravers coming along, actually? We now have a legendary one, 2 adequates, and a new novice engraver who we will queue up. At some point we will finish off. Resume construction, please. What's wrong with you? Are you the door that kept holding everything up? Could be. At some point we will finish that off and it will be our hospital. Wait, what? What are you? Junian? You're not one of... I don't know what you are, but you're kind of freaky, but you're not one of mine, so why are you counting as something that's starving? Oh, no, you're thieving or mischievous creature. Okay, sorry. Read that as starving for some reason. Oh, this is gonna take forever to drain. But it is slowly draining. Yeah, go get a drink. You should not be starving or dehydrated. We have plenty of booze and food. And we have this nice little tavern and dining hall for you. Okay, we made some lavish meals. We did some rhyolite blocks. So we've got more of those, which we were using up here to cover the refuse pile. And then this is our defensive layer. Hang on. If I dig down there... No, I want this to stay intact. Right there. Okay. So don't dig there. Or I could build the wall right here, actually. That might be better. Well, we'll see how it looks as we get it going. So how's everybody doing tonight? Olivine doors are done. We did a masterpiece, nice. What we still have on the wagon. We still got some jet, some microcline. Slowly draining that. No, well, not nice on Protags, nice on Zelfers. Woke up with a fever, ugh. Does suck. Yeah, when I have a fever, I wind up just kind of sprawling on my couch, putting a stream on or something, and doing nothing but sipping at some water all day. Yeah, I hope you feel better soon. I also had a dinner burrito, Zelfer. You made a artifact earlier, Zelfer. You made a really fancy sock. and somehow put spikes of like sheep wool on it. Okay. But just one, yeah, not the pair, just one. So somebody has to wear one really fancy sock and one kind of lame sock. You did really sock it, that is true. Oh, and I totally forgot to make the cages for you in Vintage Story, so I apologize about that. I will be back on Vintage tomorrow and we'll make some cages. Did not think about that at all. Let's see. No, I am actually gonna have to dig that out. Let's see. Is that the layer? Yeah, okay, there. Get rid of that work order. There we go. Yeah, make their pens first, yeah. That's true. You need some place to stick them when they come back. Okay. Grab those. Then we're going to do some reinforced walls. Let's see, what do we want to use? Use some dacite. And... do we need metal for the side? Yeah, we do. Iron. Let's see, go there, and we've got... that lined up? I think so. 1, 2, 3. Yep, okay. That's correct. Then we can dig that area out. And we can go up here and we'll start from above. Because we want to keep the cave adaptation down. So, priority 1, priority 2. Let's see. Double check this. That's where we want that to go. No, wait, what am I doing? Oh, I see where I messed up. Okay. Delete those. You can stay there. And you can just be a wall. We're gonna use some microcline. We're gonna fill in till over there. Right? No. Right there. And we're gonna dig this spot. Later. Yep, okay. We'll eventually knock that wall out too. And then we'll have a pathway wide enough for the wagon to come through. We'll set up an area so it can go down. And we'll get rid of our dormitory. And we were working up here. Yeah, that's priority 2. Then we want dig priority 3. Go right there. We'll dig down, we'll roof it over. And then they'll have an area for the Marksdorfs to stand where that's where we'll put our archery range and our barracks, so they'll train in there and be exposed to sunlight all the time. And let's add in, well, we'll wait till we have it finished. We're going to add in a bridge there so we can close it up. This area, go there. We don't want them out there. That's where, be on the other side of the bridge. Yeah, I know we need lignite. We've ordered in some coal. Our only source of lignite, we unfortunately flooded. Okay. Let's work faster, diggers. Miners, we do not want to screw up and be unprepared for a siege this time. This is our second fort in this world because I just epically failed on the first one. So we started this one in autumn, mid-autumn of year 103. After utterly failing on our first one. Was unprepared. They brought 50 goblins and there was an ambush, so before my bridge could even get closed, they appeared inside, like 7 proficient goblin lashers already inside in my entryway. My Marksdorfs had just finished training, so they were out of ammo. I was behind at least half a year, so my melee dwarves weren't even equipped yet. It was bad. Who is... Oh, you were the guy that was starving and dehydrated. Oh yeah, how are our doors coming along now? Looking good. Those are all finished. What about bedrooms down here? Those are engraved. Okay. So we can use the quick fort thing to just queue up all the furniture. For the bedrooms, we don't have to kill our wrist or hand trying to type in all of the little furniture. Let's see, we never did set up all of our storage over here. Nope, now we're saving. We need all of our, like, finished metal goods to have storage. We haven't done that yet. Yeah. Moriarty, we're gonna go give you a bath, because you smell. Sherlock, you don't smell, do you? You were smart and did not go outside and possibly get too close to where a skunk sprayed. I can generally trust you to be the more intelligent brother. Okay, we want, this needs to be other ore, so we'll just say ore. This is metal ore that is not hematite, limonite, or magnetite, so it's not iron ore. We do want this dug out at some point, but it's not super urgent. Because we're going to put it up here. Somebody's possessed. so we'll call this just iron. Metal bars, iron, iron, iron. There we go. We'll do one for pig iron. Not that they need this much room for it, but eventually we will. One for steel. Though we also, if we ever bother going down and get adamantine, we'll also put it there. And then for right now, we're going to put other metal just right there. Let's see, metal, all of them except adamantine, iron, no pig iron, and no steel. Fill that one in. And we're just going to toss in our little hallway right now. This will be meltable. We want ammo that is made out of metal, that is non-artifact, and is not adamantine or steel. If I can find steel. There we go. We want weapons that are metal, that are non-artifact, that are not made out of iron or steel or adamantine. We want any coins, and we want armor that is, armor that is metal, non-artifact, and not adamantine or steel. Anything that falls into all that can just be melted down. Deller Komanadok has claimed a crafts dwarf shop workshop and has begun a mysterious construction. Nice. Okay. We do also, when they have time, I really need another miner. Come in here and get the first guild hall, the first temple going. We need a couple temples. Dogs, what are you doing? Sorry about that. They are crying about something. Maybe a siren went by. Okay, blacksmith has created a Zalzman, a dog bone earring. He offers it to the absolute basement. Very nice. Dog bone earring. Yeah, were you guys crying about the dog bone earring? I guess that would be allowed. Actually, all it says, it's a dog bone earring, it's of the highest quality, and it is encircled with bands of dog bone. That is not the most descriptive artifact ever. The elves have arrived. Okay, we would like to purchase some cheap instruments from you. I don't know why that one dwarf was sleeping in the hallway. We have enough bedrooms. These are all bedrooms, right? Yeah. Okay, we like to trade figurines, so let's move over some figurines, non-artifact, that the elves are willing to take without getting mad at us. We'll trade some mugs. That's plenty. We don't need that much money. Plus they brought a cool giant animal that we're gonna buy. Which is totally possible. Okay, we brought all our stuff over. Nope, still working on it. Okay, while that's doing that, let's jump back to the surface, see how it's looking. Okay. We were digging out this part. Channel. Cannot lose time or we're gonna get hit with siege and die. Yeah, they can still get down from there. Right? Yep. Excellent. You're okay, Sherlock. I know. It's closing in on bedtime. We'll call it here before too long, buddy. Okay, let's request the broker. Okay, we're gonna grab the cheap instruments from you. We're gonna buy some animals, even though you did not bring a giant animal with you this time, which is sad. We want to encourage you to bring more animals. We will buy crutches off you and splints because we're trying to avoid chopping down trees. We don't want to anger the wildlife. Not because we don't want to anger you elves, but we are on an untamed wilds? Unclaimed? Untamed wilds. Yeah, that's the term. And there are giant sparrows out there. Sparrows aren't giant. What are they? I think it's giant sparrows. Which just sounds weird. Okay. You don't need nearly that many goblets. Our trader should be getting decently skilled by this point. There we go, trade. Happy us, happy elves. We'll have some instruments for when we're ready to do our first temple. No, Sherlock. Are we out of olivine again? I think we are. Yes. Okay, we're gonna take a quick break to come down here and grab some more olivine. Because we need that to keep doing our furniture for the bedrooms. Chromite. Chromite's actually the prettiest purple. You just never ever find enough of it to truly do anything with, other than like some statues or something. Come on, little dwarf, dig. Yep. So then when we're dug down, we will put a roof over this area. We'll have our mark stores, or is it standing right here? We'll put in our siege equipment eventually. The enemies will be able to come in through here. There'll be a gate there, which that will attract any attacks or siege equipment of theirs too. We'll keep our melee dwarves in here, so if they happen to get through, melee dwarves will be available. So will our war dogs, but they're really just there to alert us to snatchers, which they seem to not be doing so great on the last couple times. Both in this fort and the last one. Some migrants have arrived. Okay, what's that bring us up to? 37, 38, 39, 40. Got the Farmers Guild going on now. Joy. 47, 48, 49, 51. That was a lot of migrants. Are we stopping at 51? Looks like it. Okay. So maybe that'll get us a little closer to the getting trade wagons when our wagon or our trade caravan comes back around. How are we doing? Yep, Farmers Guild. Okay, we're gonna ignore you for a little while. We've got so long before we have to accept that. 40 bedrooms there. Here was another, let's see, 50, 60. So technically we would still be okay there. Just not for another migrant pass after that. What about up here? Priority 1 dig. No. Channel. And priority 2. Priority 3. We're gonna do a quick stairway up to, let's see, up to here. Yep. And then dig down on that so they can still access the area. We've kind of locked ourselves away. That's the problem with digging down from the surface. You can get where they can't access it anymore. How is our gear situation looking? Oh, I never assigned you guys the updated uniform. Go, yeah, much better. And you guys also go to Swordsdorf's, which you should be getting some of your equipment by now. And we can add a few more people to the squad. Let's see, if we have 51, then I like to put 5 in each. So show melee, talented armor user. Okay, yeah, we're gonna grab you. And novice Swordsdorf. Yep. Back to the other squad. 1, 2, 3, 4. We can add 1 to this. We'll do ranged potential. And I don't really want to use our siege operators. We're gonna throw in the peasant. Okay. You guys go grab your equipment, get all geared up. We will have a barrack and archery range for you to train before too long. So that is going to be the main objective of the next stream, which for Dwarf Fortress should be, let's see, what is today? Actually, today was I moved the schedule around a little bit because I really wanted to play Dwarf Fortress. So we'll actually have another Dwarf Fortress stream tomorrow, starting at 8 p.m. Central, where we will get our barracks and archery range set up, and we might have the first siege. Depends how many migrants we get. I've got the enemy difficulty turned up to hard for all the triggers and things. So they might, the last one we had popped in at population 100, which we should hit pretty fast. But I don't know, how close did we settle the goblins? Looks like pretty close. No, those aren't, that's just an evil area. No, because we went for the volcano this time, so actually we've got elves down there, we've got dark human pits, dark goblin fortress. That's 2 days travel. So we might actually wind up having to go out and aggravate some enemies. I think we're far enough away. We are still at war. Those are the goblins that came in and killed BoulderMines over here. The fortress of BoulderMines. We miss thee. I wonder if there are actually captives there. I can't quite tell if they raised it or not. We will check later once we have a sufficient army. We'll send some over to the old BoulderMines and see what's there. Okay. Stray puppy. Yes, you've become a siege operator. Does that mean they're finally doing classes? Go check out our siege operators guild. Yes, you are. Right? Yep. Siege operation demonstration. Excellent. Train those siege operators. We will have need of them. Random spider glove hanging around. Oh, and we've got a turkey poult that's just running around. So let's... Turkey is... Oh, but it is a male turkey. So we've got one female poult, and then we have a male turkey, which we will toss over here. Do we have any other roamers? Just a cat. Okay. Where do we want to do? We're not working on anything down there yet, are we? Nope. So this will become our Farmers Guild. I usually put the Farmers Guild up with the actual farming stuff. Something seems off. No. That's correct. Never mind. But I want to finish this area first, so how are we coming along? We'd rather get our defenses up and fail a farming petition if we have to. Okay, but yeah, we'll do that tomorrow night. So thank you guys for watching.